Today, I just had to go surface fishing again. Since I came here in my last video and I got about 10 carp on the surface and not one of them bit my bait, it really bugged me. So here I am 2 weeks on and I'm going to give it another shot, surface fishing with the bread, the carp in this pond. But let's get right into it. So I've returned to the pond in the field, and today I'm going to be doing a little bit more surface fishing for the carp in here. I've brought with me a few slices of bread to toss on the top of the surface to try and lure these carp up to the surface, because last time I did this, I don't know if you've seen that video, but I got about 10 carp up at once and not a single one took my bait. It was unbelievable. Today my mission is to catch at least one, so let's get right into it. But before I get into this video, if you've seen my last video, I was sea fishing and sadly I didn't catch any bass or whatever I was trying to catch in the sea. But I went the day later and I ended up catching something in the sea. Unfortunately I didn't make an entire video on it, but I did film some clips of it. So let's roll them clips of that little bit of an adventure right now before I start this video. So basically, I was walking around some rocks with my fishing rod and I came across this rock and I just had to jump in a few times off of it. Because if you know me, you know that I love a bit of cliff jumping into the sea. So I did that a few times, swam back up and got my rod out. And I made about 10 casts and nothing really came from them at all, until on one of them I just had a pretty big take and ended up having this fish on. It was a really pretty little thing and somehow I had no clue what it was. I've just hooked into this thing. It's the first fish I've ever caught out of the sea. I have no clue what it is, but I'm just editing the video at the moment and I've realised I sound a bit stupid there because that fish right there is definitely a cod. I just did not realise at the time, but I don't know how I didn't recognise it. It's a cod. You have them from the chippy all the time. Anyway, let's get back into the video. But it's a stunning fish, got some beautiful like bronze pattern onto it. So yeah, first fish. I'll shut this back in the water now though. What a beaut that is. Well, there you go then guys, that was the clips from my little sea adventure. Caught a lovely little cod. Came as a right surprise. I never even thought I'd catch anything in the sea, but sea fishing might just be one of my new favourite things. Now of course, step one of this session, I've got to set the rod up, so I'm just going to take the elastic band off and put this together. There's nothing much to this rod today. All it is there's a singular hook on it. It's a little bit smaller than last time because I read some of your comments and you thought I was using a bit too big of a hook. So I sized it down a few sizes. I don't know the precise size though. I'll show you in a second. Now I've done that, I've literally just got to hook a piece of bread onto the end and toss it out under the tree right over there. But before that, I'll toss a few pieces of bread out to lure them up and wait about 10 minutes. And in that 10 minutes, I have got my other rod with me, my Coram Limitless rod. I've literally just got a method feeder on this thing, so I'm going to be tossing that somewhere in the pond and trying to get a carp on this. This is just my backup option, just in case I don't end up catching on the surface. So let's set this one up now. The method feeder's pretty much already set up. I've just got my tub of ground bait here and I'll pop a little bit of this in, shove it into the top there, put my wafter on top of it and cast it out somewhere. So I'll do that right now. As you can see, I'm just loading this with a bunch of ground bait. That's about enough. And then I'll just put the wafter on top, squeeze it down and cast that out now. And that'll all attract a carp. Here we are then, let's get this rod out. I'm probably going to go somewhere around the middle, so I'll just give it a little retake. That was atrocious. I haven't casted in a good week or two. I haven't been carp fishing in a little while, so bear with me. And here goes take two. I don't know what I did then, but that was a miserable fail of a cast. So let's give it a little toss out again. There we go, that was a lot better. Perfect. Well, there we go then. I finally managed to get that rod out after 2 attempts. I've gone a bit rusty, I'll be honest. But let's get this bread out now, because this is the main sort of fishing I'm going to be doing in this video. But surface fishing just around there. I might even try the other side of the pond today. So yeah, I'm going to chuck the bread out now. I've bought a tub of bread with me today. I didn't bring the entire loaf because I didn't want to waste too much. But I ain't going to chuck as much out today. So I'm just going to get this slice here and I'm just going to start the session out with this. So I'm just going to chuck that bit under. And in fact, I'll just use this entire one slice up. So I'll just keep chucking this in and around the area where I was seeing them last video. There we are, just getting a little bit in at a time, scattering it all around the area that was coming up. So I'm more likely to get some more carp to come up that way. But I'll leave that at that now. I'm not going to toss any more out because last time I did it, I think I tossed a little bit too much bread out and that was making them hesitant to bite in my bait. So yeah, I'll get some bread on my hook now and chuck that out with that. There's the bread then. I've got a little bit of the crust, just the corner of the bread, and I'm going to put that on this hook. It's a bit smaller than last time because the carp, they won't see this because it'll be embedded within the bread. I'm just hooking it on now. Just got to get it through the other side real quick. Here we are then. This bit of bread will do me for now. We'll just give it a little toss out now. I'm not exactly aiming to get it very far. I just need to get it within that bread. So if a carp sees it, they'll take it. So let's give it a little toss out like that. And there we go. That was perfect. I'm already seeing a bit of action on the top. I don't know whether it's a carp or a big roach at the moment, but something's definitely playing with the bread already, which is quite crazy seeing as I chucked it out a minute ago, but that's how the fish roll in this pond. I've now got the 2 rods out. The method feeder's deep down at the bottom somewhere over there, and then the bread is on the surface. I've just got to keep a close eye on the rod and the bread in the water. If the carp takes it, he'll take my rod in with it. So So I'll just watch this now. Some of the pieces of bread there, as you can see, there's ripples coming up around them. It's just little roach and stuff like that though. I'm yet to see a carp come up for anything. I've come down here quite late in the day because today's been like a really hot day again, as it has been for so long now. I think it was about 28 degrees at one point. So I've come down here on a hot evening, just like I did the last time I came, because it was amazing. It was perfect weather for it last time, and I ended up getting loads on the surface. As you can see, it's currently 7 minutes past 7. So yeah, it's quite late. But quite a lot of the bread that I chucked in has drifted over that way of the pond now, and away from this like overhanging tree where they usually are. It's just the roach and rudd coming up for it at the moment, which is quite disappointing. So I'm going to have to give in and chuck out a little bit more bread. Only half of a slice of bread, but still I need to chuck a bit more around the tree, because that's where I want them really. Here goes nothing. Then I've got a little bit there, toss that under, another little bit there, toss that under, and then I'll chuck about 2 little chunks like that out again. Just spotted the first carp of the session. He's just jumped up on the surface there. Pretty big he was, you know. That's put some hope back into the session. I'm going to start to focus on it now. I'm actually going to hold the rod this time and start messing with it. And since I started to focus on the float fishing, was focused that hard, I didn't even notice that my other rod almost went flying into the water. I looked to my left a bit and I saw it, and I could just hear the drag going, so I went and struck and I had a fish on. Right then guys, out of the blue, fish has come on the method feeder. I was just watching the rod and it just started going. It was leaning on this thing here where the rod rest. Scared me a bit. I just ran right over to it, lifted it up, and I have got a fish on. This rod here fights absolutely beautifully, if I'm being honest with you. It's great. And the drag on this reel, it was amazing. I just like, watch this. If I let it go a little bit, it just drags beautifully. Now I'll tighten it back up, obviously, because I've got a carp on and I ain't trying to lose this fish. It could be my only opportunity today. Not that it will be. I'm determined I'm going to catch one on my float. As you can see, carp is fighting pretty hard. He's just right beneath my feet, but he's going to take a while to get up, as most of the fish in this pond do. And I'm never sure why. They're just strong fighting fish. He's just surfaced and he's a pretty big common carp, maybe around the 5 pound 8 mark, because a lot of them in this pond seems to be 5 pound 8 ounce. Just getting him out though now, taking his sheer time. Let the drag off a little bit as well, so we'll just let the fight happen now. He's still taking a load of drag out, and he's right beneath my feet as well, which is shocking. It's not shocking, but it's just quite crazy how he's so strong for a little fish. Oh, he's finally surfaced again. After a little while, I'll do a bit of reeling in. Do that now. Yay, what a beaut. I've just seen him. Genuinely one of the bigger ones I've caught in this pond. I may very well have caught him before as well. I'll never know until I see him. He's just about getting weared out now, the carp is, so I've just got the net ready right by my feet here, so as soon as he's close enough, I'll net him. I don't know if you can see him on camera there, but he's putting up a little scrap in the water right ahead of me. But I've got him now pretty much. So let's get him netted. Move this stick out the way real quick. He ain't got much place to go. Look at that beach, man. He's pretty big, pretty damn big. Oh no, don't speed off again. Come on, just get in, accept your fate. Ready? There we go, netted. What a beaut. I don't know what you guys think, but he's definitely one of the bigger carp I've caught out of this pond before. I don't recognise this one, to be honest. It sounds weird, but I recognise the carp I catch out of here. I've caught them before. They've all got little things you notice about them. It's quite funny, but look at how like long and tall he is. He's quite very nice. He's got a beautiful fin. Top fin. His anal fins are nice as well. He's a stunning fish. Finally caught a carp. I say finally, it's been about 20 minutes, so I got him really quickly. But look at him. He's a whopper. He's definitely the biggest one I've had out the pond before. Unfortunately, I haven't brought all my gear with me because I've come with pretty light gear, so I haven't got my scales and I'm gutted about it. I'm admiring him at the moment though. Like, got a really big head. That's what makes me think he's the biggest one I've caught, which he definitely is. He's making some funny noises. He was just anyway, so kind of need to get him back because I feel a bit bad for him. But yeah, this guy put up a beautiful fight. About 4 or 5 minutes it lasted, which was good for this pond. I say that, they all put up good fights in this pond, every carp I've ever caught. But yeah, first catch of the session. Hopefully there'll be another one. We'll get this guy back in now. I'm probably going to release him by hand actually, so let's get over there now. I'll just keep low to the ground and we'll release him by hand because I don't want to put him back in the net or anything. But you ready? Off he goes. Boom, I caught a carp. I knew it would happen at some point. It's about 8 o'clock at night as well, so pretty late one, but I've caught a carp. Perfect. So I'll get this thing back out now, toss the rod out back exactly where it was. Not exactly where it was, but near enough. That'll do me. Just tighten the line now and hopefully get another bite on it. But now I'm going to walk back over here to where I'm float fishing. All of the bread has been tucked in now. I completely took my eye off it whilst I was reeling that fish in just and handle it and whatever. But now he's gone, I can chuck the bread back out because all the bread's either sunk or a roach has ate it or something. So I'll toss a few more pieces out. I'm only going to stay another half an hour or so I haven't exactly got too much time on my hands to play play with. But I've chucked out the other half of the loaf, what I did earlier. Fingers crossed that I'll lure some carp over, because I really want to get one off the surface. I've got a big piece of the crust at the moment. I've never really tried a pure piece of crust before, so I'm just going to try this now and hopefully get some on it. It's a bit more dense than the softer pieces of bread, so it's more likely to stay on the surface for longer and not go as soggy, which is what I want really, I think. That was terrible though. I'll get this back out again. Just toss it over there, and that's pretty good. That's in and amongst where the current pieces of bread are, so I'll leave it there for a while. I've just seen a little carp come up in the bush right there. He weren't too big, he was very small in fact. I've never seen one so small in the pond. But my piece of bread just fell off because I didn't exactly hook it very well. So I'm going to pop another piece of bread down there on my hook and get it out to where that little carp is. I don't know if you can see the carp, but he's in the bush, so it's going to be hard to see him on camera. I can see him pretty well in person though. I'm not very good at casting with this rod. I need to put some fresh line on. As you can see, this is like a year old, this line is. It's very crusty. I've re-spooled every single other reel I own, apart from this one. So I'll do that when I get home. But the carp, he's still on the surface. He's not moving for anything. I don't know. Hopefully he'll swim from out there to my piece of bread. I've got to bear in mind the time. I'd say I've only got about 10 minutes left. It's currently 8:30. It's not too late at all really, but it goes dark at about 9:30. I don't want to stay until 9:30 because I don't really want to be here when it's dark. As you can see over there, the sun's just pretty much gone down. Oh, and I don't know if you've noticed as well, but the whole field's been trimmed. All of the rape seed's gone now. It looks a lot different now, the pond does. Look at that, there's a big hawk there. Beautiful bird. But yeah, the field's currently all trimmed down. So we've got about, I don't know, 6, 7, maybe 8 months before it all grows back and becomes a hidden pond again. Currently it's open. If anyone walks past, they'll see me now. But yeah, as I was saying, I'll stay another 10 minutes or so now. I've been here a good 2.5 hours, I think. I got here at about 6 o'clock. It's now 8:30, so yeah, 2.5 hours exactly, pretty much. Most of the bread here has just drifted into the middle of the pond as well. And to be honest, it's not been doing that well today. It's just been attracting roach and rudd and gudgeon maybe. Not been attracting much fish at all. Much carp, sorry. It's been attracting a lot of fish, but not carp. I've just come to the other side of the pond at the moment. I'm trying to scout out some carp before I leave, just seeing if there's any on the surface. Because I'm with my floating rod, I can just toss it out and see if I can catch him if there's one on the surface. It's not like the method feeder where it sinks. But I'm just over here at the old pole fishing location, which for some reason all the fish have gone dud here. But the blackberry bush has grown back. Look at these. Beautiful. Might try one of these. Tastes beautiful. But there's no fish or carp on the surface around this side. Now I'm going to try over there by the tree, because it's there under that tree and under that tree where they usually are. If they're not there, then they're not anywhere. They'll be on the bottom. Here we go. If I just jump down here onto this old dainty peg and have a look under this bush here. Oh my god, that's just collapsed on me. Whew, made me jump then. Heart skipped a beat. But under here, there'll be carp, and there's not today. Usually, every time I come here, well, not every time, but sometimes when I come here, I lift that bush up and there's about 3 carp on the surface in that one location. It's happened about 3 times every time I've checked, so they're not there. Picked up some more of them blackberries on my way over, because I'll be honest, they're perfect. Properly ripened these are, so have a nibble on these whilst I wait. I've been back at the rod a little while now, munching on my blackberries, and honestly, I'm seeing no joy. It might be the time of day, it might be the weather, it's gone a bit colder now, but the weather's been perfect for it today, and I've just seen nothing come from it, so I'm going to bring it in now. There we go then. I'll start packing all my rods up now. But overall, I've had a great session out here. I caught a carp, and he was the biggest one I've caught out of here yet, so that's a win in my eyes. Well then, we're at the end of the session. Good 2.5, maybe a bit longer, but we've had a couple of hours down here. Caught a carp. I'm happy with the session because I caught a carp. You guys got to see my little sea fishing adventure, so you got to see me catch a cod as well. So in this video, I caught a cod and a carp. What a combo. But as you can see, all of my gear's packed up on the floor here. I've got the net, the rods away and everything, and I'm ready to get myself home. If you guys would like to see a bit more sea fishing videos, you won't get them that often because I don't live by the sea. I live a good 2 hours away from any coastline, but I'm willing to go down to the sea more often if you guys want to see more videos of sea fishing. So let me know down below if you want to see that again. But yeah, that's about all I've got for you in this video today. I hope you all enjoyed. If you enjoyed, please smash the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications once you've done all of that. Become a member of my channel to help support fund these videos, and check out some of the videos linked on screen here if you'd like to. But for now everyone, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.